This is our 100th episode for the Green Top Outdoors podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you that has watched or listened over the past 3.5 years of our podcast. And it's pretty fitting that we do that podcast right here, right now, with a partner of Green Tops for a very long time, and that's RealTree Outdoors. Bill Jordan, he started RealTree back in the 80s, and he was part of revolutionizing camouflage for this industry. Big thanks to Bill. Congratulations for being such a pillar of the hunting industry for such a long time. Today's guests are David Blanton and Cole Barthel from Team RealTree. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're Saturday, day one of our 2024 Green Top Expo, and we got two special guests. Actually, three. We got three special guests.
4 to 5.
Yeah, that's right. David Blanton has returned for another episode and another expo. David, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me again. Last year we had so much fun on this podcast with Cole and Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's awesome.
We had a blast.
And the crowd this morning is incredible.
It is. It's getting really thick out there.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little pop when the sun came out. I think your deer hunters are trickling in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opening day, right?
Yeah.
Opening day.
Yeah.
And
legally. So
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's what the hunt license says.
Well, you're right.
Sitting next to David, I'll let Andrew do the introduction here because we just gave Cole a new nickname.
Barthel, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know.
Stone Cold Barthel.
I don't know where y'all got that one.
No, it's cold-blooded.
I'm sorry, cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded Barthel.
So we're going to drop the stone. We're going to drop the last name. We're just going to go cold-blooded.
That's fine.
Nice and easy. Kind of rolls off the tongue.
When you hear about this big elk he shot in New Mexico with his bow this year, you're going.
Where do you think I got that inspiration from?
There you go.
I look quick, but I work well with pictures, man.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
right.
Well, I'm sorry. And our third special guest,
And
his name is Hunter also.
Correct.
Hunter's chilling back
Cameo
there.
Hunter.
He's trying to keep everybody out of trouble.
Correct.
Right? He's the handler.
That's him.
Full-time job.
Hunter deserves some pat on the back because he drove that RealTree trailer up here.
10
from
hours.
Georgia.
He's the man on this trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
man.
is.
I like it.
I appreciate it.
Fun, isn't it? Fun driving that monster trailer.
He's come through for us.
That's right.
Many times, all right.
Well, y'all are here with Team RealTree, and y'all stay busy. And I know out of your busy schedules, it's hunting season is tuned up, ready to roll. Thank y'all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here for Green Top and for RealTree. I know it's been a year since we talked, but y'all been busy, and wherever y'all want to start, man, you let me know because I know turkey season was always an exciting time of the year to hunt.
I've gotten to where I think I've said this in the past. My first passion when I started running a camera, even before I went to work for Bill, was filming turkeys. Not necessarily turkey hunts, but just filming turkeys. For some reason, there's something about me. I would go out with an old VHS camera when I had my sporting goods store before I went to work for Bill. And I would stay out all day just trying to film turkeys. So I love it. Well, then in my career at RealTree, I've come back full circle back to filming turkeys again. So now, Cole will tell you, one thing I love now in the last few springs is going out and trying to film myself, get a really, really good turkey hunt. Mm-hmm. And it's difficult.
He's done a lot of it, though.
A lot of work.
But I love it.
I'm sure he's underselling it, yeah.
But to your point, and we'll talk about this, my turkey season this past spring was tough. The weather, I've never hit inclement weather everywhere I went, whether it was storms, lightning, rain, wind, tornadoes.
So you just had bad luck on weather
Everywhere
Wow.
I went, it seemed like the weather was just unbelievable.
Snowed out in Wyoming.
Snowed out. We canceled a hunt in Wyoming. They got what, 26 inches of snow.
Crazy. And that was end of April?
1st of May.
1st of May. It was unreal.
Man.
They had a big hunt plan with a lot of guys up there and shut it down.
Mm-hmm. It's like sometimes you see snow in the baseballs. Baseball starts, they start canceling baseball games because it's too much snow. I was like, what the heck? What is going on?
It was early May, 26 inches.
In Wyoming where they were at.
Shut the town down. They lost power for 3 days. Like it was a no-brainer. Like you can't, there's no need to even come out here.
Yeah.
Turkeys fly down, cover up, and don't move.
Yeah. But I love turkey hunting. I love turkey hunting. How was y'all's turkey season?
It wasn't bad. Birds were easy to locate, hard to kill, as usual. You know, and it's whatever. I mean,
is that because they're henned up?
Coyote issues and I'm not a diehard turkey hunter, so what I hear is through, you know, back and forth over the counter. But it's always the greatest turkey season ever into March, and then the worst turkey season ever middle of April. So
we had a really good youth event the weekend before the big season comes in. He did his youth weekend, and we had a real big weekend for that. We had a youth contest, and that's what it's all about.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And they killed a lot of big birds, so we were real happy to be a part of that. Yeah. A lot of smiles, man, and a lot of big birds. So
and got a good jump on the season because it went straight downhill. The efficiency went downhill. The hunting was good. The back and forth was good. The calling was good, but the success rate went way down.
Does business pick back up? Because, you know, and I work a lot. David, we both work a lot of retail when we're not hunting and stuff. And, you know, February is it's slow for a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah.
Countrywide,
Yep.
March starts coming.
March,
do y'all turkey business?
March wakes up
good.
the turkey,
yeah,
and then
a good turkey market. And we're right in the middle. You know, we're in a great crossroads.
That's what I was thinking. We have some dealers that do really well in turkey, and some don't see any bump up.
There's
so
a lot of good turkey hunting within
good.
50 miles.
Yeah, but you know, and we've been wanting to, you know, and I know the DWR said there was a big increase in license sales during COVID and all that. Now we're starting to see it decline again. I hate hearing that. I think we need to really push more people to get outdoors and take their kids out hunting. That's why the youth weekends for us are big. You know, we try to get as many kids out there as possible. Because I hate it when they start saying, "Man, those license sales are declining again." It's not, you know.
Yeah.
So, but Cole, you just recently got back from a hunt, didn't you?
We've been busy this month, man.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough early. We've been on several hunts, and actually got to see David in camp in New Mexico. Just the way it worked, it was crazy that we drew similar tags in New Mexico, which doesn't happen very often.
No, that tag, for the people who are listening, to draw an archery elk tag in the Gila in New Mexico is about a 1.5%, 2% chance of drawing. Like, so your chances of drawing are basically non-existent.
Yep.
And you went as an individual, you didn't go in as a party.
Nope, we went as an individual. And so Cole drew 16A first season, and I drew 16D first season, which are joining units in the Gila. And we hunted with Audrey McQueen of Trophy Ridge Outfitters, and we stayed in the same camp. And it was amazing.
Matter of fact, the day we came, David hunted a little earlier than I did, and he killed the day we arrived.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah. Welcome
it was
present.
awesome.
Yeah, and but to draw that tag is unbelievable. Like, it's crazy that we drew that tag.
That is, man.
That's the first time I've been putting in for that tag for 28 years in New Mexico. That's the first year I drew it.
No kidding.
Yep. Cole drew it the first year.
Cool.
Second year.
Second year.
Cold blood.
Of course.
I know.
Cold
May not ever happen again.
Yeah.
But we had an awesome hunt.
Yeah,
but Mr. David guides me really well on all that stuff, and then Miss Audrey's awesome out there. He's been with her.
Cole shot a big bull though, 355. I mean, like a big bull.
Yeah.
But it was
Great hunt.
trip of a lifetime. I mean, it's awesome getting to
Cool.
go out there
Very
and do
cool.
that. And New Mexico's a good place, man.
Yeah, this time of year, I love it because I see it all over Instagram, Facebook, guys sharing their hunts and videos and stuff. At the same time, I hate it. I'm like, God, I wish I could go out there, just find time to do
By
it.
the time I see it on Facebook,
I think we talked about it before. If you like the outdoors, don't get into outdoor business or retail.
That's right.
Software engineer. Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention my follow-up archery elk hunt a week after that to
Okay.
Wyoming. I drew that tag also. That was, I can say, and I made this post on Instagram. It's the most discouraging day of bow hunting in my career. In one day in Wyoming, I didn't hit just one bull high above the lungs in no man's land. I hit two in one day. Didn't find either bull. Fortunately, neither hit was lethal. We blood trailed until blood ran out, but we watched the bulls go off. But to do that on two different bulls in one day,
Really?
You talk about discouraging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Early in the trip?
No, it was
in the
next to the
middle?
last day of the hunt. But after that second one, I was like, I pulled. I was like, I'm done. Like,
Sure.
this is crazy. Like, I just made poor shots.
Yeah.
I literally just made poor shots on both elk.
Right in that
Right
5-inch hole.
Right at there in that
Yep.
hole above the lungs, below the spine,
spine,
in
above
the
the
back
lungs,
strap.
What's more, I mean, because it's easy to get worked up before you take a shot, whether it's a whitetail or a turkey or whatever. But a bull elk has got to be.
No, there's no comparison.
Intense. Yeah.
It's got to be the most intense.
Like, I've been shaking beyond, like, just fired up. I don't know. I love whitetail hunting, maybe
Yeah.
the best, but
Right.
but that elk hunting is. Is there anything else that gets
No.
you? No,
No.
nothing else that gets me.
That
Just
bugle, when they bugle like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even through the phone, it translates.
Let me say something though too, because there's not everybody would admit what David, just because of how honest
Sure.
he is, and
Yeah.
to have 2 shots like that. Oh man, I don't know what the percentage is, but when you go archery hunting elk all over the country, and if you go with outfitter, you go with people, you wouldn't believe the amount of elk that are not recovered.
Right.
But we want to show this on TV, and
Yeah.
neither one of them are lethal hits, and not a lot of people would admit that they missed 2
Sure.
or
Oh,
hit
yeah.
2 in a day, and I'm not sure anybody on TV would hardly
They would
admit
come
that.
home and say, no, we had a good hunt.
So
but
that
we
just,
killed one.
I don't know, that speaks volumes for
Sure.
him and
It
what.
got-
speaks
it got
volumes as
so-
a hunter and a sportsman.
It
Yeah,
just got so
absolutely.
shook up. I mean to tell you, just totally shook up. Like, I mean, my goodness gracious, but that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Not
That's
to
right.
harp on
what
it,
we
but
did.
killable shots,
Oh,
35,
yeah.
40 yards.
He won't make
Yeah.
he doesn't take
Yeah.
80-yard shots hardly
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
He won't do it.
Yes, I'm telling you right now. But anyway, we learned from it.
Sure.
Hopefully you'll get
It's
to
a-
watch it.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a great sign
definitely.
of relief. Like you said, you take your blood to the end, you see a healthy bull, you can
He's not
sleep
lethal.
better.
Yeah,
At night. You don't
100%.
sleep easy.
Think
but
about
you
how many
sleep
people
better.
can relate to not making a good shot on an animal. And we've always said for years that so many people like to see misses sometimes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you're like, dang.
Yep.
He
I
doesn't.
think the episode when it airs next year is going to be really, really incredible. I do, because Matt Garger, our field producer, cameraman, was with me. He did an incredible job. He's done a lot with Cole too. He did an incredible job of documenting everything, like the highs and the lows of
Sure.
the hunt, the emotions. He documented all of it, and it's real. It's very transparent.
Yeah,
And I
that the
think
message will be received.
I think it's
on
going to
both
go over
sides.
really well. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So what's new for RealTree?
Well, we came out with APX.
Yeah.
Which is amazing pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody just asked me in the seminar just a minute ago, who designs your patterns? And Cole will tell you, Bill Jordan.
Yeah.
He still designs
still
our
doing it.
pattern.
Yeah.
Now, because of technology, he has these graphic artists that assist him now.
Sure.
Back before that, but he still will
He's
take.
hands-on, and not only did he do, he's as hands-on as it gets.
Yeah.
And not only did he do APX, he did Legacy too. He did 2 in 1 year, which is unheard of, which he is not a huge fan of doing.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Just because of
You're competing
the
against
marketing,
yourself, yeah.
the marketing and the expense and this and that. But we were, I'm not going to say forced, but we had to do that this year
Yeah.
from other circumstances. But it was, and to me, it's one of my favorite ones he's ever done. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to be said about that.
Yeah.
That it's cool to see the old school come back, but the old school never went away. It
Right.
just was never in the spotlight.
Right.
And then now it's really catching us.
Coming back with a vengeance now, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy though that like when we were out west this year elk hunting, and Cole heard this too. It's crazy this year. I had hunters coming up to me saying, "Hey, what'd y'all ever do with that Max 1 pattern?" This year, like I had 4 or 5 people ask about Max 1,
Every outfitter I've ever seen out west, that's the one thing they do.
The
They
Max
ask.
one.
Max 1.
Yeah.
and that's had to be what 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah,
time.
that's a
That-
good
yeah.
looking pattern.
Yes.
It doesn't click here.
No, it's a
not-
Western
Right, and it
It's
doesn't
west.
click back home with us
And, you know,
either.
it looks,
Yeah.
the deer don't care. It looks good on the shirt. It looks good on the hat. It's a good looking
Yeah.
camo.
Yeah.
pattern
It can
to
fit for a little bit of a casual wear too
For
at
the-
times.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. The casual side you can catch across the country, but I'm sure the
Yeah.
applied, market is certainly Western, and you say that's not a real big market. It's a huge surface area, not as many retail shoppers.
Not as much retail, but
Right.
it's a huge market.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge
You're right.
expansion, and somebody to go from Virginia to Wyoming or New Mexico, somewhere it would fit in perfect. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's cool to see what I'm calling the old school, the legacy, to hold it up against a tree. Like, man, it still looks good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does, man.
It's good looking.
It's hard to
back.
beat.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to wear the Legacy in Montana next week on an archer whitetail hunt. I'm excited about that. It'll be the
Yeah.
first time I've worn it, period.
Cool.
Yep. Because I love the timber pattern in turkey season.
Yeah.
But that Legacy would be awesome, too.
Yep, it's done well.
Yeah.
So
Good.
we're excited.
Good.
Yeah, with whitetail season coming up, that's the beast for around here. And there's guys that probably either coming down or still sitting right now. You know,
Skinning
if they're,
up, yeah.
or they're skinning.
Yeah,
if
cooking
if
lunch,
it's
yeah.
Kip's probably got his foot on the accelerator,
Last year,
trying to
2
get
years
here.
Ago, he had a little blood on his cuffs.
You better
Busy
hope he
morning.
gets here in time for a seminar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's on his way. But, you know, getting excited about deer season, you know, it's easy to forget all because, you know, for me, it's always like, you know, I got scent control, I got trail cameras, I got, you know, wind, and there's so much stuff you got to think of, you know, and you guys do it a way more. How do you guys prioritize what's most important? And,
Or if you can make a checklist.
Or, yeah, if you were to make one.
What's a good order to go?
and I know having fun's the number one.
Oh, yeah,
me,
for sure.
but-
But as far as, and Cole can jump in, but for me, what I've learned over the years is if you don't have the right wind, you're done.
Stay
Right.
home.
I don't care. I may get in trouble for saying this, but there's a lot of products on the market that will help you.
Yeah.
They will help, but it's not foolproof.
Right. Much like a deer's nose.
No. And so we were talking about this just yesterday. And if you go out there with a wind speed of less than 5 miles an hour, you're going to get constant swirling.
Yeah.
You almost want a 10 to 15 mile an
You do.
hour wind.
Say it all the time at home. You do much better with the sustained 10
Yeah.
than you would if it shows none or light and variable. Man,
Because
get
you
as
just
far
came
away
from
as
Oklahoma.
possible. Yep.
Cole just came from Oklahoma and experienced that, right?
Wind don't blow in Oklahoma, does it?
Shoot, I want it to. Those deer are different than back home. It
Oh,
can
yeah.
be. We've talked about the Oklahoma, Kansas before that it can be 15 plus.
Yeah.
Man, those deer don't pay attention at home. Shoot, they ain't moving.
Yeah.
Right.
They laying down for
So
a
it's
25 mile an hour
it's
wind.
like it here. It's so spotty if you get to 20.
But I want a sustained wind going, not just like the other
sustained is
day.
better
Yeah.
than light and variable. I would agree. 100%.
Yes,
But if
it's-
it's rocking too much,
Yeah.
no activity. You might as well sit by a fireplace.
But
So wind to me is it all starts with wind
Yeah.
for sure, and understanding thermals
Sure.
early and
Sure.
late.
Yep.
And I
Well,
don't
that's-
think people realize the impact it has even with a 200-foot
For
swing with
sure.
a gully in front of you.
100%.
Right.
well, elk hunting, we paid attention to that as much as we did anything.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because
everybody describes an elk as a turkey with a nose.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then everyone back here who's not an elk hunter says, "Man, if a turkey can smell you, never
I
know."
know.
So, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
I mean,
right.
it's the
That's
ultimate test because
right.
you're up, down, scent, noise, and I guess when you can trick him, because you could run a turkey right to your pickup truck if he wants to fight or he wants to.
Right. That certain
Sure,
day.
the elk same way. You get him. You do everything within your control, and it's up to him. He wants to finish at 40 yards. Rock on. The wind's right. The thermal's right. That's when your checklist needs to be in order. I'm sure when you're closing that last 100
That's right.
yards. Yep.
and second, of course, is you got to have your RealTree camo.
Obviously.
That's second to the wind. You gotta be able to camouflage yourself.
Right. You gotta hide, man.
But no, like you said earlier, David, you know, there's a lot of products out there, and you know, there's some great stuff.
And they help.
Whether it's in elimination or
Yeah,
cover or
sure.
whatever it is, it will all help you. But man, it's the toughest part of it, and it's you know, it's the most frustrating part. You know.
You
Yeah.
can't go use any of these products and then go set a stand where you know the wind is not in your favor
Correct.
and expect to not be busted.
Right.
You just can't.
Yeah.
Man, and David said this so many times to me and others. And if you're fortunate enough to have the time, wherever you're at, if you're at home hunting or if you're gone on a trip somewhere, and if you're hunting a particular deer and you know it's wrong, stay out till
Yeah,
it's
yes,
right.
right.
And it's just so hard because you want to go in there, but you're messing up. If you know where the deer's coming from and you know where he's bedding, and you've done your homework or
Just
this or
because it's
that,
Saturday doesn't mean it's the best day.
Yep.
Yeah. I
hunt,
saw
hunt
some-
somewhere else, or if you're truly trying to kill a mature, good deer, then you better play it.
Because they don't
and
forget.
get on the
No,
other side of
they
it
do
and
not
play
forget.
it
Well,
super
and then
safe.
you may have boogered it for the who knows? You
Right.
never know,
I
but
saw
still.
some statistic where it showed most mature deer with intentions of killing them, you're like over 100% more likely to kill them your first encounter. If you get him and the wind shifts is slightly wrong, I think I'll be okay. And you get him to 45 yards and he doesn't do it, and he doesn't show any signs of being skittish, he's probably got you. you'll probably never see him get in that tree.
There's a lot of truth to
the
that.
exact numbers.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Most big deer get killed on the first. They mess up.
First time in.
You know, I'm doing all I can, but he messes up. You know,
Yeah.
if he comes back around, if my wind is wrong, and I thought he smelled me on the edge of the field. Well, I'll move a little further, and I'll get him with the rifle. I think.
And a lot of times,
I
if
think
he's
that
not,
dance is done.
if you're right with that wind, he's coming in a lot less weary than that old doe's coming in with a
Sure.
yearling or something.
See,
So
and you got a
man,
whole lot
and
of
you
those
know
noses and
you're
eyes
in the
to hide
game
from,
if you got the wind right, like he said.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The only thing I wanted to ask you guys too, because y'all do a lot of bow hunting. Bow hunting has always been popular, especially in Virginia, and it's man, we've seen it's been like a roller coaster on the business and the retail end of bow hunting. It's gone up, it's gone down, and you know we've seen it go down a little bit the last couple of years, and even on crossbows, you know, it's kind of off a little bit. But there's a lot of people I think that are interested in doing it. What are some recommendations for anybody listening that wants to get into bow hunting? You know, where do you start with that? You know,
There's
if
a
you've
lot
got
of open information. It's kind of hard to grab a starting point.
yeah. I mean, is it? It's all really about putting one in your hands, and don't be bashful and just because some guys might be 35 years old and never even picked up a bow.
Correct.
And maybe they're just bashful. They just don't want to shoot
You may
one.
not
We just
have
tell
the
them, look,
confidence to start.
yeah, just get in here and get fitted and let's shoot one. Let's see what you think. You know.
Well, I think the guys like that are going to find out if they go to an archery pro shop. The guys really know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and they can fit a guy like a custom suit to a bow, and they can walk that guy just through step A and B and get the 20-yard pin dial in and let them shoot some arrows at 20 yards. When that guy who's never shot a bow or never shot a bow much, when he squeezes off his first 3 or 4 arrows and it's hitting within 3 inches of that 20-yard dot,
Yeah.
it's going to blow their mind.
And it's
And
not
then-
recoiling, and it's not
No,
loud,
they're gonna be
and
like,
you can
"Wow,
shoot it,
this
it
is
4
fun.
acre yard. Yeah.
This is fun.
Yep.
Yep.
But I would not recommend anyone going and trying. You got to go to a good archer shop like here at Green Top. You got to go to some people who know what they're doing.
To bow hunters.
For bow hunters,
Yeah.
you got it's like buying a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like it. Brand aside, the ready to hunt $400 to $500 package that is 18 to 28 inch draw. It's 25 to 60 pounds. That would be for the guy off the street has no idea where to start. Start with this one. You don't have to be camo. Don't have to be black. It can be whatever shape and size you want. Shoot it. Your wife shoots it. Your oldest daughter shoots it. Everybody in the house enjoys it. Set it up for whoever's hunting. Get through the season and then really see how it expands. But I agree. Pulling the release and feeling it go off, and he explained on the second shot, don't jerk the release. And on the third shot, don't stick your arm all the way out. As you get that, like step A and B, by the time he gets to C and D, he can fill in the blanks on it.
Oh,
the rest
yeah.
of the alphabet,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
He can. It made sense sighting in the 20-yard pin. Well, I'll go home. I'll get the $40 target that will hold my arrows, and then I'll work on the 30 and 40-yard pin, and then it will go back to the caveman style of hunting, which is reading the wind and the scent control. He can work on that secondary, but getting that bow in his hands
Yeah.
and hitting the release and getting the right help when you start.
That's
I would
right.
think
Yeah.
is
That's
100% that.
And that advantage too is getting out before everybody else gets to get out there with a
Sure.
long gun. You know.
Yeah, I know you didn't ask. You asked David. You asked an expert. My suggestion would be start in July. If you're thinking about bow hunting, be in the shop in July.
Oh yeah.
July 4th.
Be shooting every
that
morning.
Weekend, I would
Yeah.
start because that's
For
when
sure,
you get your
for
feelers
sure.
out. I don't love the bear, but I like this Hoyt. But the Bowtech feels right. Well, shoot them all. Come in July. The archery counter's not rocking. It ain't the night before bow season. Now you can come in, and it might be a 3-week decision.
That's right.
you
That's
know?
right.
You
But
work down the road. Come in 30 minutes when you can.
Definitely go see somebody you trust, or
Sure.
like David said, a pro stop. Man,
Yep.
that's one thing in
And
hunting
I
that you need to
as
Yeah.
a
seek
salesman,
guidance on.
Yep.
I like having a guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Cole. Cole works on my bow. Is Cole the best? I have no clue.
He's
Cole
Cole
works
Killer.
on my bow. Cole is consistent. Cole works on my bow. Yep. I take mine to Luke. All them boys I'd let work on my bow, but I take mine to Luke.
Right.
Luke set my bow up. I'm staying with Luke.
Right.
Yep.
And he's a prankster too, but he wouldn't mess
Luke's
with
a
you.
killer,
Though.
too.
Yeah, and he's
So
a killer.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
he is.
Yeah.
He
If
is.
it's something he would do on
He
his
knows
bow,
what he's doing.
I'd do the same thing.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Well, guys, thanks for being here, man. I
What
really,
a
I
great
re-
event.
really
Yeah.
do appreciate
It's
y'all
rock and
coming.
rolling out there.
Yeah, it's
nice and quiet
it's getting
in here,
it's getting
man.
thick with people out there. It is nice in here. It's
Hunter said
cool.
we should stay.
You want to stay, Hunter?
Temperature control is nice and easy in here.
I
Like
tell you, this
Yeah.
is an amazing. If people have never been here, they need to come to this event.
Like Blaine said last night, didn't he say it's the largest
Yeah.
retail event, outdoor
Yeah.
retail event, and
Yeah.
with all the vendors that are
With all
here,
the
over
vendors that are here.
250? Or I shouldn't say that number. I can't remember
It's
what he
2
said.
plus. It's
Yeah.
somewhere in the 2.25, 230.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I tell people, look, if you ain't been to, you've always wanted to go to ICAST or you want to go to SHOT Show, it's like a little mini version of that. You get the experience. And the vendors here love it because it's a selling event too. And
It's
they,
consumer oriented, not retail.
absolutely,
oriented.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
You're
get a lot of
informing
good
that
feedback.
consumer too.
Yeah.
About yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I know you guys got to get back out there to it. David, Cole Killer, thank you.
Oh,
Whatever it is.
What, man?
I'm telling you.
Whatever it is.
It was awesome. Thank
I
you,
hope to
guys.
see
Yeah.
that on some RealTree ads.
You may see it on a hat.
You never know.
You know,
As long as I can wear
I'm-
it.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, as long as you can wear it, right? You came up with it.
I
You
remember
coined
the
it.
right hat. Cool, man. That's awesome.
All right.
Glad. Thank you all again for
Nope.
being here.
Hey.
Appreciate that.
Thank y'all for
Thank you.
having us.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.